Good morning, my friends. Welcome to our New Testament challenge. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some thoughts from the 5th chapter of the book of Romans, Romans chapter 5. And so Paul, the author here, has been talking about righteousness of God and where we get that, how we have sinned, both Jews and Gentiles, and the role that faith has in our salvation. And so he starts off chapter 5. Therefore, since we are justified by faith, made right by faith, we can have peace with Christ. We can have a relationship with Christ. Our relationship has been healed, and we can truly enter into this relationship with God. And I love this. Verse 6 said, while we were still weak, at the right time, Christ died for the ungodly. He died for us. And then verse 8, but God proves his love for us, in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. One of my favorite verses in all of Scripture. God proves his love for us. We know God is love. And this is one of the proofs that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Now it goes on and says, now some people might die for a good person, but for sinners, for the evil, for what we were before, only Christ, only God has decided that. It has the capability of doing that, the willingness to do that, for Christ to do that for you and for me. Kind of overwhelms you at times, or at least it does me. Then he continues in the rest of chapter 5, talking about, this is an interesting parallel, and I think maybe it meant more to the Jews, but I think for us, understands this. He talks about how sin came into the world through Adam, and Adam and Eve's disobedience. And then he kind of compares them, and he says, Christ comes and really does what Adam should have done, fulfills, is obedient. And so sin came into the world through Adam, and then grace comes into the world, salvation comes into the world through Christ. So just as one man's trespass led to condemnation for all, verse 18, so one man's act of righteousness leads to justification and life for all. And we're not, we're talking about salvation, and we're talking about the future. We're talking about when we get to heaven, but we're also talking about life, heaven on earth. What does it mean for us to live lives of righteousness? It is truly life, and it is life abundant. And so we're given that by the one man, by Christ. So, good stuff. Hopefully this is helpful. And, as always, pray over this. Pray over what you read. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be glad to take a look at it. And if I don't know, I'll find out, or at least give you a good guess. So hopefully this has been helpful for you. Thanks, my friends. We'll talk to you tomorrow.